world obsessed with viral fame and picture-perfect talent, few stories are as fascinating, or as quietly tragic, as that of Sina-Drums, the prodigious German percussionist who captivated millions from behind her drum kit. At just 11 years old, Sina Doering wasn't just picking up sticks. She was being positioned, groomed, and projected into the world of digital musicianship by a family deeply rooted in sound. With her father, Mike Doering, a professional musician and studio producer, and a mother who played piano and sang, Sina's life was never far from a metronome or microphone. While that might sound like a dream for most aspiring artists, behind the curtain, something else was brewing. The pressure to perform perfectly, the weight of expectation from both family and a rapidly growing online audience, and the suffocating reality that this wasn't just a hobby, it was her identity. From the start, Sina's life was orchestrated note for note, not just in rhythm but in routine, raising serious questions about how much of her musical journey was passion and how much was predestined. But that was only the beginning. As her videos began circulating across YouTube and social media, Sina quickly transitioned from a local talent to a global phenomenon. Her drum covers of classic rock anthems like Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing and Rush, Tom Sawyer, didn't just demonstrate technical precision, they signaled the rise of a new kind of musician, algorithmically blessed, visually appealing, and dangerously consistent. With every switch of camera angle and every well-timed snare hit, Sina wasn't just playing music, she was mastering the art of digital performance. But that success came at a price. The internet loved her, but not always for the right reasons. Comments ranged from admiration to accusations of being just another pretty face with a drum kit. And behind the scenes, Sina was already grappling with a more personal crisis. Was her fame built on musicianship or marketability? That question, though often whispered in forums and Q&A sessions, echoed louder than the drum solos that made her famous. And what happened next would shock everyone. Beneath the sheen of polished videos and viral comments was a teenager grappling with something far heavier than drumsticks: loneliness, identity confusion, and an overwhelming sense of isolation. Sina has hinted in past interviews and livestream Q, and as that despite the applause, her early rise felt emotionally draining. She rarely mentioned friends, almost never spoke about romantic life, and often seemed caught between her father's production empire and the internet's insatiable demand for more. Imagine being 14 and having millions of strangers critique your timing, your wardrobe, your expressions. And worse, imagine knowing that your next upload wasn't just a performance, it was a lifeline to your brand. Many speculate that Sina's perfectionism, quiet demeanor, and careful image aren't signs of discipline, but symptoms of a deeper struggle, the fear of losing everything if she ever showed weakness. It's the darker side of YouTube success no one talks about. But her challenges didn't stop there. While Sina avoided major scandals, the shadows around her career haven't been completely quiet. Whispers of burnout, the occasional temper flare-up, and even criticisms from within the drumming community have surfaced over the years. Some purists questioned her reliance on polished covers rather than live gigs. Others challenged the idea of her being labeled a drumming prodigy when she hadn't composed original material early on. Sina addressed some of these concerns subtly, once hinting during a live stream that the pressure to constantly deliver viral perfection nearly drove her to quit. But she didn't. Instead, she pivoted. She began experimenting with original music like her Kaimite project, which, while not as viral as her covers, revealed a more raw, expressive side of her artistry. Yet, even with that bold move, her path remained uncertain. Could she really escape the YouTube drummer label, or was she doomed to be remembered as a digital novelty? Her next chapter would decide everything. In recent years, Sina began pulling away from her viral roots, not in silence but in strategy. She enrolled at RTZ Conservatory in the Netherlands to formally study jazz and pop, a significant step toward deepening her musical identity beyond the algorithm's gaze. And in 2024, she relocated to London, a city bustling with musicians who never knew her as a viral star. This shift wasn't just geographic, it was symbolic. Sina was repositioning herself, surrounding her brand with complexity, nuance, and musical depth. Collaborations with respected names like Ian Pace of Deep Purple and Jim Peterick from Survivor followed, hinting that she was no longer playing to trend chasers, but to peers. Some fans noticed a change. Her videos became less frequent but more introspective. Her playing, once metronomic and pristine, began to show jazz inflections, subtle groove variations, and something that had been missing: emotion. This wasn't the Sina the internet met years ago. It was someone growing, someone reaching. But what was she reaching for? Sina's story isn't just about drums or viral videos or fame. It's about the hidden toll of being perfect on camera and uncertain off it. It's about how the internet can elevate a teenager into a global sensation, and then quietly forget to ask how she's doing. While millions tap the like button or comment "GOAT" under her solos, few consider the silence that follows after the camera cuts. Sina Doering is living proof that success is often layered with sadness, that behind every polished performance may lie a private breakdown. And yet, through all of it, she keeps playing, not for fame, but maybe for herself. And that's where her power truly lies. Because when you strip away the views, the trends, and the family legacy, what remains is a young woman still holding the beat against all odds. But even now, one question lingers. When the lights dim and the spotlight fades, does the rhythm continue? Sina-Drums may have built her name on precision, but her legacy will likely be defined by resilience. The untold sadness behind her success is not a tragedy. It's a quiet anthem for anyone who's ever felt unseen behind their own highlight reel. Whether Sina becomes a jazz icon, a studio legend, or chooses to step away entirely, her journey reveals something many creators hide: that going viral is only half the story. Staying human through it all, that's the real miracle. And perhaps the most haunting part of all, she's still so young. There's still so much ahead. But as we watch her next move, we're reminded that behind every beat there's a heartbeat, one that's been quietly breaking and bravely beating all along.